Well, Krish, this will have come as a shock to former colleagues here at the BBC, as well as many viewers around the country, given Huw Edwards' very high public profile, his status within the industry, within this institution. But worth remembering as well that he hasn't actually been on air for more than a year now, since he was suspended by the BBC last summer.
Tonight at 10, one of the biggest.
For 20 years as the main presenter of News at 10, Huw Edwards was the leading face and voice of BBC News. He led coverage of major national moments, earning widespread praise for his handling of the death of the Queen.
A few moments ago, Buckingham Palace announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
But in July last year, allegations emerged in the Sun newspaper about the private life of one of the BBC's household names. After days of frenzied speculation, Mr. Edwards' wife announced that he was indeed the person in question. He was suspended from his role and underwent inpatient mental health care as the BBC carried out an internal investigation. Last week it was announced that he'd been awarded a £40,000 pay rise last year, bringing his salary to at least £475,000. In April this year, Mr. Edwards resigned from the BBC on medical advice. Well, the Metropolitan Police essentially confirming that these allegations had been under investigation since at least November last year, because they say that is when he was arrested and then charged last month with 3 counts of making indecent images of children. A spokesperson for the Met saying that the offences, which are alleged to have taken place between December 2020 and April 2022, relate to images shared on a WhatsApp chat. No further detail than that being released, but it's worth noting that the Crown Prosecution Service, in its legal guidance on this offence, does give a fairly broad range of activity, from opening an email attachment containing such an image to downloading one from a website, to storing them on a device, live streaming such images, and indeed receiving images of this nature on social media. So to recap then, the Metropolitan Police confirming that Huw Edwards was charged on the 26th of June with 3 counts of making indecent images of children, and that he was bailed and will appear before Westminster magistrates this week, Wednesday, the 31st of July.
Harry Fawcett.